Is plenty possible, and that's like something like you often hear people. Well, I won the game, so like the line was right, and like that's just like couldn't be further from the truth. Living End, gross. Yeah, this scene is not great against Living End. Probably just losing this game on the draw with this hand. It's like, I'm just not. I'm just not. We're not winning this game, and I'm not letting him know more about our deck other than stomping around. If we looked at my username, he might know what I'm playing just because I'm me. But I'm just. I'm not. I'm not giving him more than that. All right. What cuts do I like in this matchup? Pontiff's not very good. Big Game Hunter's probably medium. It's the fact that we can't. We never want a chord for it, and it's hard to cast. So that's probably not good enough. My problem with Sin Collector, like people always ask about Sin Collector, and they draw so many cards that they draw so many cards that Sin Collector often will miss, and then they'll just cycle into the thing that they wanted. So I don't like Sin Collector in this matchup. Pia and Kieran Nalar, I could see cutting. I could see trimming a courser maybe. I think this is the configuration I want to go with. I like Lone Missionary. There's certain situations where like you just like need 4 life to buy another turn. So yeah, I think I want to keep the Missionary. I think it's probably better than Pia and Kieran Nalar. I want to just kind of bring the curve down in the deck a little bit because we want to be able to power up Court of Callings. Yeah, Pia's good with Lark, but it's slow on average. Uh, Spellskite is good at protecting Eidolon of Rhetoric. They can outside of Shriekmaw, Spellskite protects Eidolon. So I want to do that. I like Path to Exiles both for pathing our own creatures to make lands, and this hand is not great, but it's probably fine. Big Game Hunter's been good. No, a lot of the time this matchup is generally about preventing them from doing what they want to do. I don't think Slaughter Games is very good, so I don't play it. It's pretty lackluster. Most of the time, like it's slow. Like you don't always have a mana creature, and if you have a mana creature, the question is, what do I want to do here? I think I just want to play Wall of Omens to try and draw some cards. That's unfortunate. Request granted. I might, if we don't get Simian Spirit Guide Fulminator this turn, I might just evoke Shriekmaw and kill my wall. That sounds kind of hot, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Unfortunately, we're going to miss land drop. We kept 2 lands on the play and, like, had a cantrip, so... You know, sometimes you just die. Next turn, we can play Bird and have Path up. I might play Voice next turn, though. Actually, we're just going to get Fulminator Maged out of the game, probably. I assume we're just getting Fulminator Maged out of the game. We didn't path the wall because we want to put it back into play when he goes off with Living End. You know? Just like, brick off and die. Welcome to Magic. Enjoy your stay. Just start discarding creatures? Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea. Is that a line? Can we do that? Do I just, like, move to end step here and bin the resto? Yeah, let's do it. Just get fucking savaged. It's not even gonna try. Stop swearing at each other. I'm just gonna time people out to put swears in chat. Be polite. And like, those are the types of games that we just played. Like, you just can't. You can't get upset about them because there's nothing you can do, and you just move on to the next one. It's Magic sometimes. The literal only decision we made that game was... I guess we made 2 decisions. We decided not to play the second land after tie discard. Resto would have cantripped. Or, actually, Resto would have blinked the Shriek Maw and killed both of his Deadshot Minotaurs, and then we would have been fine. So I think binning the Resto was fine there. Look, Dakota, I'm the only one that's allowed to swear. Yeah, Violent, no problem. Thanks for playing Modern, man. I always try and host people that play Modern that don't generally have a ton of viewers. So we need a red source. If we had a red source, this hand's actually very good. I should try what? Mirror Entity doesn't seem very good. Like when you're gonna add a card to a deck, you want to think about what does that card do in the context of the deck? Why is that card worth playing? And what does Mirror Entity do for the deck that I'm currently playing? Does it fix a problem? Does it solve a matchup that we're having trouble with? Why should I play Mirror Entity? And if you can answer those questions, I will gladly try your card. I'm all for trying new things that are trying things for a reason. So again, there's probably a little bit of a delay here because I just said it. But if you want to suggest a card that we should try, tell me why I should be playing the card that we're playing. Okay, why is Mirror Entity better than just getting Eidolon of Rhetoric and not letting them play their combo? Like that's that question. So we can resolve this through Mana Link. We're gonna get Spell Snared probably, which sucks. Okay, so it's possible I'm supposed to play that off the Wall of Root so I can also play Resto on the next turn. Yes, but I could also just Chord for Eidolon of Rhetoric, and then they can't Living End. Felix, if you're blocked on my Twitter, that's probably because you said something obnoxious at some point, and instead of responding to you, I decided to block you instead so I didn't have to deal with the obnoxious things that you've posted. I mean, it just depends on the decks you expect to play against. I expect to play against more Eldrazi style decks than decks that Eidolon is good against, so I'm not playing Eidolon. Don't feel special. I've got almost 100 people blocked on Twitter. So once upon a time, I used a site called Reddit, and I tried to respond to comments that people made when they disagreed with me, and then people said, well, you're just being confrontational because you don't automatically agree back with me. So now, instead of responding to people that I disagree with, I just block them so I don't have to deal with them. And then people can't get upset that I told them that they were wrong, because they just don't see my messages. Watching Blood Moon and Ghost, that would be great, actually. Blood Moon would be sick. I think I'm just going to keep passing back. I don't really want to play this voice into Snap Snare here. Look, second red source. Hey, Cupkeep. Yeah, like my life is just a better place since I started blocking all of the people that are idiots on the internet instead of like trying to respond to them. Like if you try and respond to the people, like, and there's of course there's a relevant XKCD for this. Like if you just try to respond to all of the idiots on the internet, you will go insane. Like actually verifiably just go insane. It's like main deck Karanos? That's kind of gross. Huh. Kind of want to jam this Resto now and start attacking. Yeah, I think I am. I'm just going to jam Resto. We could lose value. Like, this could get remanded, which is kind of why I'm jamming it here. The problem is like what was it? There's a picture. There's so many dumb people, and they don't even know that they're dumb. Like a lot of these people just like genuinely think that they're correct. And like when you say, well, this is why I think you're wrong, and like this is why I believe the things that I do, they're just like, no, fuck you. You don't agree with me, so you're rude. So we could just get Spell Snare here, but we can't get Snap Spell Snare, which is why I waited to play the voice out. Alright, play this land out because it lets us play PN Kieran through a... Let's just play this through a... I guess we could have paid for Mana Leak regardless of playing this lineup, but that's fine. We're just like put a bunch of power on the table. So Sans main deck Anger of the Gods, we should be in a good spot. That being said, if he has Anger of the Gods with a Karanos Bolt, we're just like super dead here. Go away. And people are allowed to tell me why they disagree with me, but most of the time they don't. Like I say, this is why I feel the way I do, and then like, you know. Yeah, that's not good. So I assume this is just gonna end up we're gonna get angered here. Just bolting that's good for us. So we've got 6 power on the table. He's at 12. Why would you want to play Tabernacle in your creature deck? I don't understand. Someone else asked about Tabernacle on this deck the other day, and I was like, you want to put Tabernacle in your creature deck? That sounds ambitious. Let's use the word ambitious.